Success is not something that happens to you. It is something you create. It is not a random event, nor is it dependent on luck or the circumstances you were born into. Success is a product of the mind, of the choices you make, and the discipline you exercise every single day. If your mind is undisciplined, your life will reflect chaos. But when your mind is trained, focused, and relentless, your life aligns with opportunity, and obstacles become stepping stones instead of roadblocks. Your mind is the garden of your life. Everything that exists in your external world first existed in your thoughts. Every idea, every invention, every achievement began as a thought, and that thought was nurtured until it became reality. When you understand that, you realize the absolute power that resides within you. Whatever you feed your mind will grow. Fear, doubt, and hesitation produce failure. Focus, determination, and belief produce success. Every day you are presented with a choice. You can either allow your mind to drift into negativity, or you can take control and direct your thoughts toward growth. The difference between those who succeed and those who do not is rarely talent or luck. It is the ability to discipline the mind consistently, to choose thoughts that empower instead of thoughts that drain. Discipline your mind to focus on solutions rather than problems. The world is filled with people who see problems everywhere and never see the opportunities. A disciplined mind trains itself to seek answers, to find the doorway where others see only a wall. It does not get stuck in fear, frustration, or excuses. It takes action, and it takes responsibility for outcomes. You must also train your mind to persevere when circumstances are difficult. Challenges are inevitable, but your reaction to them is what determines the path of your life. A mind that is disciplined does not crumble in the face of adversity. It leans into the challenge, grows stronger through it, and transforms obstacles into platforms for growth. Discipline also means controlling the narrative you tell yourself. Your mind constantly feeds you thoughts about what you can and cannot do. A disciplined mind monitors those thoughts, rejects limiting beliefs, and cultivates empowering beliefs. Every limitation you believe in is a self-imposed barrier. Every empowering thought is a brick in the foundation of your success. Your daily habits are reflections of the discipline of your mind. If you wake up and let distractions control you, your mind becomes weak. If you commit to small acts of consistency, reading, learning, exercising, planning, your mind grows resilient and capable. Success is never the result of a single heroic act. It is the product of countless disciplined actions accumulated over time. The people who achieve greatness understand that the mind must be trained like a muscle. Just as physical strength comes from repeated effort, mental strength comes from repeated focus, repeated action, and repeated refusal to give in to mediocrity. Every day you strengthen your mind, you move closer to your highest potential. You must also guard your mind against the influence of negativity. The world will bombard you with doubt, criticism, and fear. A disciplined mind knows that it cannot absorb everything it encounters. It filters out noise, focuses on truth, and aligns thoughts with goals. It refuses to be a hostage to external negativity. Discipline requires sacrifice. You will have to give up comfort, convenience, and the desire for instant gratification. You will have to do what others avoid, to work when others rest, to plan when others drift. But every sacrifice is an investment in the person you are becoming and the life you are building. A disciplined mind also embraces responsibility. It does not blame others, circumstances, or bad luck. It recognizes that control over your own thoughts and actions is the ultimate power. Every failure is a lesson. Every mistake an opportunity to adjust. And every challenge a chance to strengthen the mind. Your mind must be trained to act decisively. Opportunities rarely wait for perfect conditions. A disciplined mind sees the moment and moves. It understands that action breeds momentum, and momentum breeds results. Waiting for clarity without action often results in missed opportunities and wasted potential. The thoughts you choose today determine your life tomorrow. Every belief you hold, Every idea you entertain and every decision you make builds the architecture of your future. If you fail to discipline your mind, external circumstances will shape your life. If you master your mind, you shape the world around you. Consistency is the bedrock of discipline. One day of focus does not make you successful. 1 week of effort does not make you accomplished. It is the relentless commitment to discipline your mind every single day in thought, in action, and habit that compounds into extraordinary results. Finally, understand that the mind is not just a tool for solving problems or achieving material success. A disciplined mind elevates every aspect of life. It improves relationships, strengthens character, and deepens your sense of purpose. The mind shapes your reality in ways that extend far beyond business, wealth, or achievement, influencing every interaction and every decision. Success begins in the mind long before it shows up in your life. Every great achievement, every invention, every empire ever built first existed as a thought. It was imagined, nurtured, and believed into existence. The question is simple. What are you imagining in your mind right now? Are you imagining limitations, fear, and excuses? Or are you imagining possibilities, growth, and achievement? The discipline of your mind determines which of these visions will become your reality. Your mind is a powerful instrument, but like any instrument, it must be tuned and trained. Left unchecked, it will wander, it will doubt, it will succumb to distractions. But a disciplined mind is focused, purposeful, and relentless. It does not settle for mediocrity, and it does not allow circumstances to dictate its results. Instead, it creates opportunities, shapes outcomes, and commands the attention of the world. Think of your mind as the captain of a ship. If the captain is careless, the ship drifts, tossed by waves, and eventually crashes. But when the captain is disciplined, the ship moves with intention, navigates obstacles, and reaches its destination regardless of the storms around it. Your thoughts are the rudder, your focus is the wheel, and your discipline is the engine that drives your life forward. Discipline is not a trait you are born with. It is a skill you build. Every thought you monitor, every habit you strengthen, every action you take contributes to this skill. The mind that is disciplined today is stronger tomorrow and even stronger the next day. It is a compounding force growing in power as long as you continue to feed it the right thoughts and actions. It begins with self-awareness. You must know what thoughts dominate your mind. Are they thoughts of fear and doubt, or are they thoughts of possibility and determination? Awareness allows you to intercept negative patterns, to replace them with thoughts that empower, and to direct your mental energy toward the things that truly matter. Awareness is the first step toward mastery. A disciplined mind focuses on solutions rather than problems. The world is filled with people who are experts at complaining, who see only obstacles and never possibilities. The difference between success and stagnation is often nothing more than the ability to shift your focus. Train your mind to see what can be done, to take responsibility, and to act decisively. Action transforms thought into reality. Adversity is inevitable. Challenges will rise, obstacles will appear, and doubt will creep in. A disciplined mind does not shy away from difficulty. It confronts it. It leans into the discomfort, knowing that each challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger. The mind that is trained to persevere will transform adversity into advantage, turning trials into triumphs. Every habit you create is a reflection of the state of your mind. Lazy habits weaken it. Consistent, purposeful habits strengthen it. Reading, planning, learning, exercising, and focused work are the bricks that build a mind capable of extraordinary results. Discipline is not found in grand gestures, but in the small, repeated actions that become unstoppable momentum. The influence of others is powerful, but a disciplined mind knows how to filter it. Negative voices, critics, and doubters will always be present. A strong mind does not absorb everything. It chooses what to accept, and it shields itself from destructive influence. Surrounding yourself with positive influence and cutting out mental clutter allows your discipline to flourish. Sacrifice is part of the process. To discipline your mind, you must give up immediate comfort for long-term gain. You must choose effort over ease, persistence over procrastination, and action over hesitation. Every act of self-control, every decision to do what must be done instead of what is easy, is a deposit in the bank of future success. Responsibility is inseparable from discipline. A disciplined mind refuses to blame external circumstances. It sees failure as a lesson, mistakes as guidance, and challenges as opportunities. Control over your own thoughts and actions is the ultimate power you can wield. And with that control comes the ability to shape your reality in ways others cannot. Decisive action is the engine of progress. Opportunities rarely wait for perfect timing or ideal conditions. The disciplined mind sees the chance and moves without hesitation. Momentum is created by action, and results are born from momentum. Thinking alone will not produce success. Thought combined with disciplined action is unstoppable. Your beliefs shape your world. Limiting beliefs create invisible barriers that prevent you from reaching your potential. Empowering beliefs open doors that others cannot even see. Every thought you entertain strengthens the trajectory of your life. Train your mind to hold beliefs that propel you forward, not beliefs that hold you back. Consistency compounds power. One act of discipline is good, but repeated acts of discipline are transformative. Each day you commit to training your mind. Each moment you resist distraction. Each decision you make in alignment with your goals strengthens the force of your mind. Over time, consistency produces results that seem almost magical, though they are simply the natural outcome of disciplined effort. The mind shapes every part of your life: relationships, health, career, finances, and personal fulfillment. A disciplined mind elevates everything it touches. It improves communication, strengthens character, increases resilience, and aligns you with your purpose. The state of your mind is reflected in every choice you make, every interaction you have, and every result you achieve. Every person you see achieving greatness started with a single step. They disciplined their mind. Success is not a matter of luck, timing, or talent alone. It begins with controlling the one thing that most people ignore: their own thoughts. The mind is the battlefield where victories are won or lost, and the discipline to command it determines the trajectory of your life. Your mind is a powerhouse, capable of generating solutions, ideas, and opportunities beyond your current reality. Yet it is also fragile and easily distracted. If left unchecked, it will focus on fear, doubt, and excuses, and your life will mirror that chaos. But when trained, when directed with purpose and clarity, your mind becomes the most potent tool for creating the life you desire. Imagine a ship without a captain. It drifts aimlessly, tossed by waves, vulnerable to every storm. Your mind is that captain. Discipline it, and you can navigate through any challenge, around every obstacle, and toward every goal. Let your thoughts be the compass, your focus the rudder, and your persistent action the wind that propels you forward. Discipline begins with awareness. You must know where your mind wanders, what thoughts dominate, and what patterns are shaping your daily actions. Awareness is the first step toward mastery. When you understand the power of your mind, you can begin to redirect it away from negativity, fear, and doubt, and toward possibility, growth, and determination. The disciplined mind does not waste energy on problems without solutions. It sees obstacles and immediately searches for opportunity. It does not get stuck in blame or regret. It acts decisively and focuses relentlessly on what can be done. This is the difference between those who remain stagnant and those who rise to greatness. Adversity is inevitable, but the disciplined mind thrives under pressure. Challenges are not walls to stop you. They are tests to measure your resolve. Every difficult situation is an opportunity to strengthen your focus, resilience, and determination. The mind that embraces challenges instead of fearing them will always move ahead of the crowd. Your habits are the reflection of your mental discipline. Daily actions, no matter how small, compound over time. Reading, studying, planning, and working with focus are the bricks of a strong mind. Each habit repeated consistently reinforces the power of your mind, making it stronger and more capable of creating extraordinary results. Negativity will surround you. Criticism, doubt, and discouragement will come from people who cannot see your potential. A disciplined mind knows how to filter these influences. It chooses carefully what it internalizes and what it discards. Protect your mental space, and you protect your ability to act decisively and think creatively. Sacrifice is inevitable on the path to success. Immediate comfort must often be surrendered in favor of long-term gain. The disciplined mind embraces hard work, delayed gratification, and consistency, understanding that the effort invested today builds the life that will be enjoyed tomorrow. Every choice to persist instead of quit is a deposit into your future. Responsibility is inseparable from discipline. A disciplined mind does not point fingers or blame circumstances. It recognizes that control over thoughts and actions is the ultimate power. Failures are lessons, mistakes are opportunities, and challenges are chances to grow. Every result you achieve is a reflection of how well you manage your mind. Decisive action is the fuel of achievement. Opportunities rarely present themselves under perfect conditions. The disciplined mind seizes the moment and acts, understanding that momentum is created through consistent effort. Waiting for clarity without action leads to missed opportunities and untapped potential. Beliefs shape reality. A mind that believes it is limited will remain small. A mind that believes in its own power, reinforced through disciplined thought and consistent action, will expand its possibilities beyond imagination. Every belief you choose to nurture either restricts or amplifies your potential. Consistency is the silent multiplier of success. One moment of focus is valuable, but repeated focus day after day creates results that seem almost miraculous to those who do not understand the process. Discipline compounds like interest on an investment, growing quietly and steadily until the results become undeniable. The mind influences every area of life: relationships, health, career, finances, and personal fulfillment. A disciplined mind improves communication, strengthens character, and deepens purpose. Every interaction, decision, and outcome is shaped by the state of your mind, and the more disciplined it becomes, the more control you have over your world. The ultimate truth is simple. Your mind will determine everything you experience. Control it, train it, and focus it on the things that matter most. Feed it with empowering thoughts. Guard it against distraction and guide it with intention. A disciplined mind is unstoppable, unshakable, and capable of creating a life beyond your wildest dreams. Every achievement you admire began with a single disciplined thought. The person who built a successful business, the athlete who won a championship, the artist who changed the world, they all understood one universal principle: mastery begins in the mind. Your mind is the architect of your life. Every decision, every opportunity, and every result flows from the quality of your thinking and the discipline you bring to it. The mind is powerful, but power alone is not enough. Untamed, it can wander, doubt, and fail to act. But a mind that is trained, focused, and disciplined is unstoppable. It sees opportunities where others see obstacles. It acts decisively where others hesitate. It creates momentum where others struggle. The difference between mediocrity and greatness lies not in circumstances, but in the mastery of your own mind. Think of your mind as the steering wheel of a high-speed vehicle. If your focus wavers, if your thoughts drift, the vehicle loses control and crashes into distractions, fear, and failure. But when your mind is disciplined, it steers with precision, moves with intention, and drives straight toward the life you desire. Every thought is a turn of the wheel. Every decision is a press on the accelerator. Discipline begins with self-awareness. You cannot control what you do not observe. You must notice the thoughts that dominate your mind, the patterns that guide your actions, and the habits that shape your daily life. Awareness allows you to intercept negative thinking, to redirect your focus, and to replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones that move you forward rather than hold you back. A disciplined mind focuses on solutions, not problems. It does not waste energy on circumstances it cannot change or on people it cannot control. It sees setbacks as lessons and challenges as opportunities. While others complain, the disciplined mind analyzes, plans, and executes. It knows that action, guided by clarity of thought, always produces results. Adversity is a test of mental strength. Life will present trials, obstacles, and unexpected challenges. The disciplined mind does not shrink from these moments. It leans into them. It understands that discomfort is a teacher, that resistance is a signal of growth, and that the ability to persevere through hardship separates those who succeed from those who fail. Habits are the external reflection of internal discipline. Every small action you take compounds over time. Consistently reading, planning, working, and focusing builds a mind capable of extraordinary results. Discipline is the art of doing the things necessary for success, even when you do not feel like it. Each repeated action strengthens the mind and brings you closer to your goals. The world is full of distractions, opinions, and negativity. A disciplined mind does not absorb every influence, it filters what it allows in, protecting its focus and clarity. Surrounding yourself with positive influences and removing toxic inputs ensures that your mental energy is directed toward growth, opportunity, and action rather than doubt, fear, or stagnation. Sacrifice is an essential part of mental discipline. Short-term discomfort, delayed gratification, and persistent effort build long-term results. The mind that is willing to sacrifice convenience for growth, laziness for action, and excuses for accountability will find doors opening that were once invisible. Each sacrifice is a step toward mastery of your destiny. Responsibility is the hallmark of a disciplined mind. It does not blame circumstances, other people, or luck. It owns outcomes, learns from failures, and converts mistakes into lessons. The power to control your life resides in your ability to master your mind. Every choice, thought, and action shapes your reality, and those who take responsibility achieve results beyond expectation. Action is the engine of progress. Opportunities do not wait for perfect conditions. A disciplined mind moves decisively, seizes the moment, and creates momentum that others cannot match. Waiting for clarity or certainty without action leads to stagnation. But acting with a disciplined mind produces results that compound over time. Beliefs determine your limits. The thoughts you feed your mind shape the reality you live. Limiting beliefs create invisible cages, while empowering beliefs open doors that others cannot even see. The disciplined mind chooses beliefs that expand possibility, reinforce confidence, and align with long-term goals, understanding that mindset is the foundation of every achievement. Consistency multiplies the power of discipline. One act of focus is valuable, but repeated effort day after day produces results that seem almost miraculous to those who do not understand the process. Discipline compounds quietly, building strength and momentum until the results become undeniable. Persistence, repetition, and unwavering focus are the hallmarks of a mind destined for success. The mind shapes every area of life: relationships, health, career, finances, and personal fulfillment. A disciplined mind elevates everything it touches. It improves communication, strengthens character, deepens purpose, and aligns every choice with long-term goals. The state of your mind is reflected in the results you achieve, the quality of your decisions, and the impact you leave in the world. Ultimately, the power to shape your life lies within your own mind. Your thoughts, your focus, your discipline, they determine everything you experience. By training your mind, guarding it against negativity, and directing it with clarity and intention, you create a force that cannot be stopped. Every achievement, every success, and every triumph begins with the decision to master your mind. The first step toward achieving anything of real value in life begins with the mind. Before wealth, before influence, before accomplishment, there is thought. What occupies your mind today determines the reality you will experience tomorrow. Your mind is the engine behind every success, and the level of discipline you bring to it determines the magnitude of what you can achieve. A mind left unchecked drifts like a boat without a rudder, carried by the tides of distraction, fear, and doubt. But a disciplined mind charts its own course, navigates every storm, and moves steadily toward its destination. The person who masters their thoughts can overcome obstacles that would defeat others. They are not lucky. They are prepared, and their preparation begins with mental discipline. Discipline begins with awareness. You must pay attention to the thoughts that dominate your mind, the patterns that guide your actions, and the choices you make every day. When you are aware, you can intercept negative thoughts before they take root and replace them with empowering ideas that propel you forward. Awareness is the gateway to control, and control is the foundation of success. A disciplined mind focuses on solutions, not problems. It sees challenges as opportunities, setbacks as lessons, and obstacles as invitations to grow. While others waste energy complaining, it takes action. It moves decisively, finds creative answers, and relentlessly pursues the outcome it desires. The power of the mind is not in thinking alone, but in disciplined, directed thought paired with purposeful action. Adversity is a test of mental strength. Challenges will arise, often when least expected, and they will demand more from you than you thought you had. The disciplined mind does not shrink from difficulty. It faces it head on. Every struggle, every uncomfortable situation is a chance to grow stronger, to sharpen focus, and to reinforce resilience. Weakness is exposed in comfort, but strength is forged in challenge. Your habits reflect the discipline of your mind. Small, consistent actions compound over time, creating momentum that drives success. Reading, studying, planning, exercising, and deliberate work all strengthen the mind. Discipline is cultivated in these repeated, purposeful actions, and over time, it becomes second nature. A strong mind produces consistent results, even under pressure. Negativity and distraction are everywhere. Critics, doubters, and naysayers will attempt to influence you. A disciplined mind does not absorb everything it encounters. It filters input carefully, protecting its focus and clarity. Surrounding yourself with positive influence while eliminating harmful distractions ensures that your energy is invested in growth, opportunity, and achievement rather than drained by doubt and fear. Sacrifice is part of the process. To discipline your mind, you must sometimes give up comfort, convenience, and immediate pleasure in exchange for long-term results. The disciplined mind does what must be done, even when it is uncomfortable. Every moment you resist distraction, every choice to focus rather than drift, builds a stronger mind and a stronger life. Responsibility and ownership are inseparable from discipline. A disciplined mind does not blame circumstances, others, or luck. It owns its outcomes, learns from failures, and adapts strategies based on experience. True power comes from controlling your thoughts and actions, and this power allows you to shape your reality in ways that most people cannot. Action is the multiplier of thought. Opportunities rarely wait for perfect conditions. The disciplined mind seizes the moment and acts decisively. Momentum is built through consistent, focused effort. Every deliberate step, every act of commitment compounds over time and produces results that seem almost magical to those who do not understand the process. Your beliefs shape your reality. Limiting beliefs act as invisible chains, restricting your potential. Empowering beliefs expand your capacity, open doors, and elevate your vision. The disciplined mind carefully selects which beliefs to nurture, replacing fear, doubt, and hesitation with confidence, clarity, and faith in possibility. Consistency is the engine of progress. One day of focus is valuable, but repeated effort day after day produces transformation. Discipline compounds quietly and steadily, strengthening your mind and creating unstoppable momentum. Every small act of focus and intentional thought contributes to outcomes far beyond what a single effort could achieve. The mind shapes every part of life. Relationships, career, health, finances, and personal fulfillment are all influenced by the state of your thoughts. A disciplined mind elevates everything it touches. It improves communication, enhances decision-making, deepens purpose, and aligns actions with long-term goals. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your mind. Ultimately, mastery of the mind is the key to unlocking your potential. Every action you take, every result you achieve, and every success you experience is rooted in your ability to control your thoughts, focus your energy, and direct your mental power toward your goals. The mind is the beginning, the engine, and the guide for everything you desire. Every accomplishment, every breakthrough, and every moment of success begins in the mind. The life you live tomorrow is a reflection of the thoughts you nurture today. Your mind is the architect of your destiny, and the discipline you bring to it determines whether you will achieve greatness or remain stagnant. Nothing in the external world can overpower the focused, disciplined mind. The mind is like a muscle. Untouched, it grows weak and susceptible to distraction. But when exercised with focus, purpose, and persistence, it becomes strong, resilient, and capable of creating extraordinary results. A disciplined mind directs energy toward what matters, ignores what does not, and maintains clarity even amidst chaos. The strongest weapon you possess is your own mental power. Consider your mind as the captain of a ship navigating uncharted waters. Without direction, the ship drifts aimlessly, buffeted by waves and storms. With disciplined control, the ship sails with purpose, adjusting to challenges while always moving toward its destination. Your thoughts are the rudder, your focus is the compass, and your actions are the sails that catch the winds of opportunity. Discipline begins with self-awareness. You must pay attention to the thoughts that dominate your mind, the patterns that influence your decisions, and the habits that shape your life. Awareness allows you to intercept negative thinking, replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones, and align your mental energy with your goals. Awareness is the first step toward mastery. A disciplined mind focuses relentlessly on solutions instead of problems. Challenges do not intimidate it. Setbacks do not deter it. While others linger in fear or hesitation, the disciplined mind analyzes, plans, and acts. It understands that thinking alone is insufficient. Action transforms thought into reality, and discipline ensures action is consistent and purposeful. Adversity is an inevitable part of life. The disciplined mind does not shrink from challenges, it leans into them. Obstacles are not barriers, they are tests of resilience, patience, and ingenuity. Every struggle strengthens mental focus, sharpens determination, and expands capacity. True growth is born in moments of discomfort, and the disciplined mind knows this better than anyone. Habits are the visible expression of mental discipline. Daily actions, no matter how small, accumulate to produce extraordinary results. Reading, planning, learning, exercising, and working with focus all strengthen the mind. Discipline is cultivated not in grand gestures, but in the repeated intentional actions that become part of who you are. Distractions and negativity are everywhere. People will doubt you, criticize you, and attempt to pull you away from your path. A disciplined mind does not absorb every influence. It filters what enters, protecting clarity and focus. Surrounding yourself with positivity while removing harmful inputs ensures that energy is invested in growth, opportunity, and achievement rather than wasted on doubt and fear. Sacrifice is the currency of discipline. Immediate comfort must often be exchanged for long-term success. A disciplined mind does what must be done, even when it is difficult. Every choice to focus, to resist temptation, to act when others procrastinate, builds the mental strength required to achieve what others cannot. Responsibility is inseparable from a disciplined mind. It does not blame circumstances, people, or luck. It owns outcomes, learns from mistakes, and uses failure as a stepping stone. True power comes from controlling thoughts and actions, and this power allows you to shape reality in ways that few understand or can replicate. Action is the amplifier of thought. Opportunities rarely arrive at perfect moments. The disciplined mind moves decisively, seizing what is within reach and creating momentum that cannot be stopped. Every intentional step compounds, producing results that over time seem inevitable and unstoppable. Beliefs determine what your mind perceives as possible. Limiting beliefs act as chains, restricting potential and narrowing vision. Empowering beliefs expand capacity, open doors, and elevate expectations. The disciplined mind carefully selects beliefs that support growth, confidence, and clarity, understanding that mindset is the foundation for every achievement. Consistency is the multiplier of mental discipline. One act of focus produces some results, but repeated focus, applied day after day, produces transformation. Discipline compounds quietly and steadily, strengthening resolve and building momentum. Every intentional action contributes to a trajectory of success that cannot be reversed by temporary setbacks. The mind affects every area of life. Relationships, career, health, finances, and fulfillment are all influenced by thought. A disciplined mind elevates everything it touches. It improves communication, strengthens character, deepens purpose, and aligns actions with long-term goals. The quality of your mind is reflected in the quality of your life. Mastery of the mind is the foundation of all achievement. Every result, every breakthrough, every success is rooted in the ability to focus, think clearly, and act with discipline. The mind is the starting point, the engine and the guide. When trained, protected, and directed, it becomes a force that shapes reality, overcomes obstacles, and creates extraordinary outcomes.